Welcome to Foundations of Teaching for Learning. This is week 3, Putting Students First. And lecture 1 today will focus on a three-way relationship. The question here is, how can we create curriculum which is suitable for all students? As we know that there are many students who come into our class, they come with different experiences and background knowledge. And as a teacher, how do we cope with such a situation? And as a teacher, it's very important to understand the three-way relationship that exists in the teaching learning process. The teacher as the main person and the curriculum at the other end and students at the other corner. So it's a constant interaction that happens between the teacher, curriculum and the students. So the curriculum is given to the teacher, and now the students is the other variable that the teacher needs to focus on. There are a couple of examples on student misconceptions. Usually students will think that if an object is light, it will float, and if it's heavy, it will sink. But there are also other factors to this. For example, like density and buoyancy can influence the ability of an object to float or sink. Another example is about the sun revolving around the earth. Commonly, students think the sun is the one that is revolving because it moves from east to west. In fact, that is not true. It is the earth that is revolving around the sun. So these are some of the misconceptions that can happen among students. And knowing these conceptions and misconceptions that exist among students, so it is very important for teachers to think about strategies, teaching strategies that will help and overcome such difficulties. One example that I would like to say or share with you is about a teacher who tried teaching fraction to grade 1 students. So all that she did was she brought a piece of pizza and asked the students to cut that into half and later into quarter. And they learned within a few minutes the concept of half and quarter. And this is a very brilliant idea of teaching fraction to 7-year-old kids. So these are the ways that teachers can think about the students' background, the knowledge they have, and the kind of strategies that will help them impart that knowledge that they're thinking of. And here is a slide here. You may want to take a few seconds to read this. This is an episode of Mismatch. A teacher who was thinking that it's a very cool idea to talk to students about the chilling experience that happens in a dentist's chair. But at the end of the lesson, the students were very blank and they were not excited because almost everyone in the class have never been to a dentist. So this was a kind of an example the teacher was giving, which is not at all related to the students' background knowledge. And McIntyre, Roseberry and Gonzalez, they spoke about the importance of knowing the cultural background. In this slide here, you may want to read this and see what they are talking about. The importance of knowing the cultural background. They say that when teachers do not share the cultural background of the students, they can find it difficult to bring the students into the lesson. There is also another example that I would like to share with you regarding the importance of knowing students' background. This is a research done by Shirley Bryce Heath. She worked with 2 communities. That's one is Tracton and the other one Roadville. One with white community and the other one with the black community. And the students from the black community somehow could not understand what the teachers were telling in the classroom, because it did not match with the language that they speak commonly at home. So the mismatch between what they speak or how they speak at home and school was different. Therefore, they found it difficult to follow the instructions given by the teachers. And the teachers were thinking that the students from the black community were disobedient and not following what they said because they simply did not want to learn. In fact, that was not true. It's just the problem of language socialization. So these are the kind of knowledge that teachers need to possess in order to help students understand the content that they are trying to convey or teach. So, what is the key message here for us? You cannot make general assumptions that all students are the same. You have to adapt curriculum to the student's background, cultural and socio-economic background. Also, you have to understand their level of understanding and capacity to cope with a particular subject matter or content. Even the language, words, jargons, examples, and even the jokes that you make has to be on the basis of students' familiarity and practical experience. And translate the curriculum on the basis of common ground so that the students can relate to what you are teaching them. So this is the key message for teachers, to understand the student's background, accordingly create the right kind of learning experiences through the right kind of strategies that can match the ability. Now we have come to the final section on think, pair and share. With a colleague of yours, you may want to think about what does it mean for you to put students learning first? What challenges does it present for you to try and cater to a wide range of needs? Think about these questions and I shall see you in the next lesson. Thank you very much.